Peace, 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 peace. This is your sister Rue, MaWu Lisa Temple, beautiful upstate New York, Hudson Valley, coming at you in the early rise with some rising thoughts. It is 8:36 a.m. and I'm here with you. I talked about at nighttime how my head get a little heavy, my thoughts get a little heavy and heady. You know what I'm saying? Be all up in there. My head might look a little, but it's larger inside. But anywho, I come to you this rise because, in the time sometimes I get up like super dumb early if I go to rest at all, and when I get up and I feel like I can't lay back down to go to rest, I sit and I just think, I be in the quiet. I keep it like completely quiet, no TV, no radio, no nothing. I just sit with my thoughts, I try not to go to the phone too much. If it's something I gotta do real quick, I'll jump on there and do it. But I try not to, not I try. It is my goal every day not to get on the phone or the computer or the interwebs or behind any kind of device until, I've had some time, process, if I remember anything from the course of my night, if there's anything on my mind when I rose, because sometimes before your eyes pop open, some thoughts will pop into your head. Now, for many of us, well, I can say for me, how about that? For me, sometimes my eyes won't be open and I start thinking about the laundry list things that I done made out for myself to do for the day, right? So, unlike that lunar kind of energy that I get in the eve, through the course of the night, is day, as they call it, right? So the sun is doing sun work. But here today we have, a winter weather advisory, and so you can't see the sun. Just last night, I was talking with my companion, and we were talking about how, I was telling him about the experience I had, the revelation, the growth, the spiritual awakening that happened one time when I was going through a low health period in my life. There was this person that came out of nowhere, and for whatever reason, this person and I connected, and they were a single father, and they had two boys and a girl, and for whatever reason, when I got really, really ill and I'm laying there in the hospital, these people became like this little part of my life for this cycle, for this period. Now, why am I telling you all this? Because I'm getting back to these clouds and the sun. Just cook with me here for a minute. All right. So, I'm laying there in the hospital and I'm having this hard time, and some of the people that I want to have in my life at this moment that I'm desperately reaching out to, in so many, not like chasing nobody, but I'm laying in the hospital. Who the hell am I chasing? But you know how it is. You laying in the hospital, you want certain people energy with you, you know what I mean? And for whatever reason, like I said, right before I had this health crisis, this person came in my life with their children, and they were just a joy. I used to just enjoy, being of support to that family. The daughter, talking to her and, nurturing the sons, from a distance, because I don't know these people, never met them in person, or whatever. Just, he asked me one day, could his daughter talk to me? And I was like, sure, absolutely. I know how important it is to have a woman to talk to. But anyway, I get back to when I'm laying in this hospital. So when I'm laying in this hospital, they calling me and checking on me, talking to me for long periods of time. And even introduced me to some binaural beats, different things that they use, to raise their vibration when things were going on in their life. And the brother and I were talking, and I was just like, he was like, what can you see from your window, with, your hospital room? And I was like, can't really see nothing. I said, the sky is all gray. I said, I wish the sun was out. Because maybe I feel stronger. And he says, sis, the sun always out. And I was like, wait, what? I'm like, wait, come again, excuse me, wait, what? He said, whether it's cloudy or not, the sun is the sun, so the sun is doing what the sun do. It's just some clouds in the way. I was like, oh snap, all right, we good on that. So we good on that. But getting back to this conversation, this ride. So it's cloudy outside, but the sun is there, and so in the day, in the sun, my mind were a little bit different than that heady kind of, heavier night energy, but at just a higher vibration. Is I promise you, it's really the same thing, but it's just at a high vibration. I'd be like I'd be on like 500. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting here in quiet. It's still dark in the sky, and as the sun is coming up, if you will, right? I start thinking about something my other companion said, which was, years ago when we started our studies, he was like, stop dreaming. And I remember thinking this had to be the most craziest thing. What is this man talking about? Stop dreaming. Right? Now, I promise y'all I'm getting the points here. Listen, it's all relative. The part of this story that is going to resonate with you is going to resonate with you. The rest of it, just be like, that girl, she tripping. But anyway, on this list that we had, it was some things that you needed to do in order to free yourself, and help yourself during the purge, right? Shout out to all the people going through the purge, because, woo, you're not alone. Anyway, and one of the things on this list was stop dreaming. So I'm thinking to myself, and I even asked, how do you stop dreaming? I said, you dream when you sleep. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't control that. I mean, have you never had a nightmare? Ain't nobody trying to have no, you know what I'm saying, to have no dream. It just happened, And he never explained. See, this is why you got to have certain kinds of people in your life, right? Because they'll give you something and walk away and just be like, yeah, go ahead and figure that out. It's like being thrown off the side of a mountain. Ha ha. Right? But anyway, let me get comfortable here. Anyway, he said stop dreaming, and that was one of the ones on that list that I just never really got it. So, instead of torturing myself trying to figure it out, I just said, well, whenever it's meant for me to really get that, I will, because I did all the nerd stuff that I usually do, which is go research the word dream and what does it mean, and it's a state, and blah, 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 and yak, yak, yak. But notice, I said it's a state, but that's a whole, oh my goodness, that's a whole nother program. Oh, we gonna have to get to that one. But anyway, I'm sitting here, and I'm just, I told you I do most of my thinking, eyes closed, head up, and I'm sitting here in the dark, and the sun is coming up, and I can tell because, I'm just, the thoughts is just like flying through my head, and I'm writing, and then I stop for a second, and I write a little bit more, and I stop for a second, and then I get a message, And I told you I try not to be on my phone like that. My goal is not to be on the phone like that. I told y'all I'm trying to not use that word trying. So much for that. But I get this message from my brother. Shout out to my brother Haru, who sends me enlightening messages every day. Bless that boy. I love that boy. Praying for that boy. For that man, excuse me. You gotta remember big sister mode. No disrespect, no disrespect, no disrespect. When I love you, my baby brothers. Shout out to all my brothers and sisters. But anyway, I got this enlightening message from him, and he sends me these messages every day. Different messages. Daily words and all kind of stuff like that, and it's. I love my scriptures and I love my contemplative poems and all that stuff like this. And the one he sent me today had to do with dreams. Didn't I tell you I was bringing this someplace? It was coming on around the mountain. You just got to work with me. Because I got to get all this stuff out of here so I can get some more stuff in here. It's called the water bearer. Don't you know I'm taking advantage of these last days of Aquarius season? I am pouring out what's pouring in. You getting this raw, uncut. The street value of this shit it's priceless, yo. I'm telling you. For those with eyes to see and ears to hear, what I am giving you is not stepped on. It is raw and uncut. So roll with me, even though it seemed like, is she going to get to the point? Yes, I am. Just hold on. So, this inspirational thought he sent for me today, it talked about dreaming. Right? So, I'm going to read a little bit to you. I dream big. I dream the seemingly impossible, knowing that all things are possible with God. I align my mind and my heart with the presence of God within, the God within, and trust the vision I hold is manifesting perfectly. Now, if I'm supposed to stop dreaming, but I'm also supposed to dream big and dream about the impossible, being able to align my mind and heart with the presence of the God within, how can I do this? This is impossible. So now I could, mind you, this list was shared with me years ago. But by the mercy and the grace, this person is still in my life. I could just call and be like, yo, tell me what that dream thing meant. But no, it came to me today, finally, just out of nowhere. One of the things on that list was learn how to think, right? So if the mind is the builder and what we think is what we get, but the things we thinking is part of a programming and conditioning that's not conducive to the growth of the true us, of the God within us, you shouldn't be dreaming. Because you're dreaming of the things of this world. You're dreaming of the things that's not beneficial. You're dreaming of fancy cars and houses and, all the things. There's nothing wrong with none of that stuff. I don't even want nobody to think that I'm hating on that, because you'll see me with mine most time. You know what I mean? But what I'm saying here is your dreams are just superficial at that point when you don't know how to think. So you shouldn't be dreaming. So to be told on that list to stop dreaming, it's for your own good. This is part of the purge, y'all. The purge is painful, and that's why this raw uncut that I'm giving you can help out with some of that pain. Yes, stop dreaming. Learn how to think, and then begin to dream again. And I'm going to tell you why right now. Then I'm going to close this up and go get me some oatmeal. Please and thank you. Right? Most High willing. All right, so let's get back to this. As I dream, I journey through each step, following my heart and living my passion. I explore with curiosity and courage. I am confident and comfortable with the unknown, open to unfolding good. I am open to unfolding good. Seeming obstacles do not hinder my progress. Even if my plans take a different direction, I discover unexpected blessings. My dream is mine to envision and shape. It is mine to live and enjoy. I live my dream with my whole heart. And it ends with a scripture, Numbers 12:6, which is a 9. And if you remember, I was talking about that 9 year. See, y'all think I just be making this shit up. I'm sorry. This is raw, uncut. This is for those with eyes to see and ears to hear. And I know you like, oh my goodness, she cussing and talking about the Lord. Yes. Get at me. Yo, you feel me? Just listen. Listen to the scripture. Numbers 12:6. I, the Lord, make myself known to them in visions. I speak to them in dreams. I, the Lord, make myself known to them in visions, and I speak to them in dreams. Now, I could go on and 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 on about this, but what I'm going to say is this. When we are using our exploration with curiosity and courage towards living your true passion, your dreams help to shape those steps. So when you sit down and you having these visions, you see yourself. People always talking about this manifestation work. You envision yourself already there. You have to. Because see, now your dreams will align with that, and you'll be able to truly hear and see to make it towards the goals that you are seeking, which is refinement of self, which is coming up out of that state of frozenness, being in your own way. This world will put you in your own way just by the way you think. So thinking with this thinking, you shouldn't be dreaming. You should be working on learning how to think. And how do you do that? You do that by beginning to defrost and thaw from that Medusa state I talked about. That look on her face, it looks like a grimace. It is. You know why? It's an uncomfortable smile. Like, oh, I didn't even think about that. It's one of those. Because those snakes, in some traditions, they mean some things, but in many, snakes talk about wisdom. And she got a head full of them. But again, that's a whole nother conversation. I'm about to go eat, y'all. Because I just ate. What? But anyway, hanging with these kids, yo. Shout out to all my babies, yo. Y'all be keeping mommy on her toes. But anyway, I appreciate you allowing me to be able to share these thoughts with you today. And it's the 13th of February, 2025. It's 8:57 a.m. and this is your sister Rue with these rising thoughts. And you have a beautiful, fantastic, and amazing day. Because you can. This is your sister Ruth. Out of here, MaWu Lisa Temple. Check us out. MaWu Lisa Temple 1 on Instagram. Peace.